Hi guys, it's Mark from anypond.com, your trusted resource in the UK for ponds and water features. And today I'm turning this garden pond into a wildlife pond. So stay tuned for the Any Pond showcase. And the reason why this particular pond was a garden pond is because there was a pump sat in the bottom, and if you wanted to clean it out you needed a snorkel. It's crazy. I've had a think about why someone would do this, and it's basically just simply to keep the costs low on the installation. Having a pump inside a wildlife pond is detrimental unless you install it correctly. So what we do on smaller ponds with wildlife, on a mini wildlife pond, you have the double pot method, and I'll put a link in the description below to some of my other smaller wildlife pond videos. Also on other ponds, when they're not as big as this particular one and we've got a good amount of flow that's going on this one, you can actually put a pump inside an Aquabloc. They can only really go up to about 3,000 litres an hour. Otherwise what happens is the pump actually pulls the Aquabloc in and it deforms it, and it opens it up and basically creates voids. So if you're using a bigger pump than 3,000 or 4,000, then what you need to do is you need a pump vault. And basically what happens is the pump sits inside there, and the Aquabloc basically sits on top of the foot, and it distributes, the intake is over a 2-foot area. So on a fish pond, then you can actually have a proper surface skimmer with a 6-inch or an 8-inch inlet. But on a wildlife pond you need to distribute it over a lot bigger area because you don't want that vigorous suction. If you've got a pump in the bottom of the pond, it basically sucks in all the leaves, it sucks in newts, frogs, amphibians, tadpoles. It's terrible. In the spring when I get called out, my pump's blocked and it's lots of frogs and lots of newts. It's terrible. I've even actually had snakes and other wildlife pulled into pumps before, and that is just terrible. If you want wildlife and flowing water, you must have an intake bait or a skim cove or something to protect the wildlife. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start digging the hole. You stay there and enjoy the Any Pond showcase. So as you can see, I'm getting on well with this project. We've got the liner in, we've got the underlay, we've also got the intake bay, and before I start rocking it in and having some good fun, I thought I'd show you the bare bones of the intake in its barest form. So what we've got is we've got the pump vault at the back, we've got the Aquabloc in the front, and I've actually turned it around profile. Rather than having it long ways, I've got it depth. So it's basically, we've still got the 2-foot intake, and the wildlife are going to appreciate it 20 times over. So stay there and I'll start rocking. Hopefully you agree, it looks a lot better. I know certainly the wildlife will thank me this spring. There's only one more thing to do, and that's treat the pond with multi-aqua, and they're literally water-soluble sachets, and they seed the pond with beneficial bacteria so the wildlife can enjoy the pond much quicker. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video.